Good day. My name is Melina and I teach at Matlock Community College, a rural school in a remote community where infrastructure, utilities, and technological resources are not always reliable or existent. Ironically, it is precisely because of our precarious location that technology integration is essential, especially during times when physical attendance is not possible. Asynchronous learning platforms, distance education tools, and digital assessments provide the much needed continuity to teaching and learning in such a setting or situation. With that said, technology integration is not without its challenges. One of the personal hurdles I've had to overcome is a tendency to stay within a comfort zone, relying on familiar or preferred platforms. This can unintentionally limit growth and create the impression of being close minded. My DPET journey, particularly the technology integration component, has pushed me beyond those limits and encouraged me to explore a broader range of digital tools for distance learning, enhanced education, everyday teaching, and student engagement. Moving on to the matter of ease versus challenges in technology integration. The ease or difficulty I encountered when integrating technology largely depended on the platform I chose, its learning curve, and of course, financial constraints. For instance, in one lesson, I focused on teaching notice writing using a scenario from chapter 1 of George Orwell's Animal Farm, an approach known as teaching out of literature, to ensure students were familiar with the context. I use Google Forms as a revision and formative assessment tool to scaffold them. The platform proved highly effective. It supported multiple question types. I used multiple choice, but it also supported short answer and paragraph response, which are all well suited to English language arts. It also allowed me to view individual responses and export data to a spreadsheet for analysis. Previously, for such assessments, I used Socrative Teacher for testing. Although I was initially reluctant to move away from Socrative, I found that Google Forms provided similar and in some ways enhanced functionality. More importantly, students found it easy to use, especially with the settings adjusted for accessibility and privacy. I will cover set induction and other parts in the following video. Still on the matter of ease versus challenges in technology integration, for the set induction, I wanted to creatively introduce Old Major, the wise pig who calls the animals to a meeting in Animal Farm. My idea was to use animation of a pig character to speak to students and request their help in writing a notice. While platforms like Powtoon, Flipgrid, and animated PowerPoint were suggested, I found their learning curve steep and their premium features like realistic characters, voice effects, and download options required time and money to invest in subscriptions. This I did not have. Eventually, I turned to Adobe Express. While their trial version didn't have a pig character, it did include a cat, another character from Animal Farm. I recorded my own voice, selected an animated animal character, the cat, and lip synced the voice to the animation. The process was simple and effective, and the final video was vibrant, humorous, and engaging. It captured students' attention while still aligning with the lesson's academic purpose, writing a notice to inform. To support students in planning their notices, I use Kaggle to create a mind map of the six W's to scaffold them. Finally, as an exit ticket, I also use Storyboard that to help them fix a scene where a notice was faulty. We now move to the matter of sustaining technological use. To sustain the integration of technology in my teaching practice, I intend to 1. Continue exploring new platforms through low risk experimentation in small parts of lessons. 2. Leverage free or low cost tools that offer high educational value. 3. Build a resource bank of templates, lesson plans, and multimedia assets for reuse and adaptation. 4. Collaborate with my colleagues and share strategies and troubleshoot challenges together. 5. Reflect regularly on what works, what doesn't work, and how technology can enhance, not complicate, the learning experience. And as an additional note in general, I simply plan to just explore and use more technology. You never know what you will find and what is adaptable. Hi, it's the cat from Animal Farm again. As I move towards the reflection, this experience has shown me that technology can be both empowering and intimidating. It demands flexibility, creativity, and a willingness to learn and unlearn. While there were hurdles, steep learning curves, technical limitations, and occasional frustration, there were also moments of joy, discovery, and deep student engagement because of technology. In a community like Matlot, where access is limited and conditions unpredictable, technology offers not just support, but opportunity. And I am committed to continuing this journey of thoughtful, purposeful integration for the benefit of both my students and myself as I evolve and continue my journey as a lifelong learner. Thank you.